Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. Okay, so if you've been following the news lately, it honestly feels like artificial intelligence is this sudden, almost magical force that just crashed into our world overnight. But today, we're going to demystify all that. We're going to strip away the sci-fi hyperbole, the Terminators and the Hollywood supervillains, and look at its actual roots. We are uncovering the true origins behind the events and technologies that are quite literally shaping our reality right now. So, let's get into it. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. Today, we'll start with the true origins of AI, then we'll see exactly how machines mimic the human brain, look at AI as a human partner, confront the very real threat of deepfakes, and finally, talk about navigating this whole revolution. Section 1. The true origins of AI. To really understand where we're going, we first have to completely dismantle this massive recency bias. Because ChatGPT and modern AI, they didn't just appear out of thin air. Actually, this revolution has been a decades-long quest to build machines in our own image. The true origins trace all the way back to World War II. The legendary mathematician Alan Turing built machines out of pure necessity to decipher Nazi codes. And by 1951, he was already proposing what we now call the Turing test, basically asking if a machine could converse so well that you literally wouldn't know it was a machine. Then, in 1956, a group of scientists at a Dartmouth College summer conference officially coined the term artificial intelligence. Fast forward to 1997, and we hit a massive, massive milestone. IBM's Deep Blue supercomputer famously defeated the world chess champion Garry Kasparov. But here's the thing. Even with milestones like Deep Blue, early AI had major limitations. I absolutely love this prescient quote from the legendary science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke from a 1978 Nova film. He said, "Our most complex computers are still morons. High-speed morons, but still morons." And honestly, he was spot on. Early AI was totally rigid. It was just following rules in a way that is completely alien to how you and I actually think. Section 2. Mimicking the human brain. That realization about rigid rules sparked a massive biological shift in how researchers decided to actually build computer intelligence. The true origins of today's AI boom lie right here, in this architectural pivot. Think about the difference here. The old approach, expert systems like Deep Blue, relied on these brittle, hard-coded rules to project like 200 million possible chess moves a second. Which is effective, yes, but it's not really thinking, is it? But the big breakthrough? Artificial neural networks. Instead of rigid rules, they're designed to mimic the 80 billion neurons sitting right inside your own head. They take in a steady stream of data, look for patterns, and actually learn by adjusting the strength or the weights of their virtual synaptic connections based on rewards and failures. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when you sit down and use ChatGPT. You aren't talking to some magically alive entity. It's simply a large language model, or LLM. Basically, it's a neural network that has consumed massive amounts of text from books and the internet. By recognizing patterns across billions of words, it gets incredibly good at predicting the very next word in a sentence. So when it writes you a poem or finishes an essay, it isn't conscious. It's just using predictive learning to generate seemingly original, creative responses based on vast data sets. Section 3. AI as a human partner. Let's move to and see how this builds. Pivoting from chatbots and board games into real-world, literal life-saving applications. So when it comes to diagnosing diseases like cancer, our Achilles heel is just the human eye. We simply can't see the microscopic details early enough. But a convolutional neural network, it can comb through thousands of medical scans like a tireless detective. It breaks the image down, looking for microscopic puzzle pieces, like specific edges or textures. If it guesses wrong during its training, it uses this process called backpropagation to correct its errors and improve its next guess. Thanks to this, models like Mirai and Sybil are now able to detect developing cancers up to 5 years before a human doctor can spot a tumor. 5 years! That's a real game changer. 200 million. That is the staggering number of protein structures predicted by DeepMind's pattern recognition software, AlphaFold. A protein's three-dimensional shape determines its exact function in the human body, right? And knowing that shape allows scientists to design drugs to disable disease-causing proteins. AlphaFold basically mapped nearly all the proteins known to science. It has completely revolutionized the speed of modern drug discovery. Ultimately, this means much faster cures for diseases that affect all of us. Now, you might think the future of AI requires massive, energy-guzzling server farms analyzing millions of data points. But over at MIT, they found inspiration in, well, a tiny worm. By mimicking a C. elegans worm's 300-neuron brain, they created something called a liquid neural network. It is highly compact and wildly adaptable. It actually allows edge devices, like an autonomous car, to navigate entirely unfamiliar, unmapped environments using just 19 liquid neurons. And get this, it doesn't even need an internet connection. Section 4. The threats of deepfakes. As incredible as these partnerships are, we do have to take a darker turn here to explore the immediate real-world dangers of generative AI, because it has drastically lowered the barrier to entry for manipulating reality itself. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how completely counterintuitive the mechanics are. Using diffusion models, the AI takes an image and intentionally corrupts it with static. It goes backward, corrupting it again and again, up to 6 billion times until it is nothing but pure, unrecognizable pixel noise. But because it has learned how to turn an image into nothing, it can completely reverse engineer the process. It turns pure noise back into a highly coherent, photorealistic but entirely synthetic image based on a simple text prompt. It literally builds fakes out of pure static. Crazy, right?
And the consequences? They are far from theoretical. In May 2023, a single AI-generated image of a Pentagon bombing hit social media. 2 minutes later, the stock market dropped by $500 billion. $500 billion over an image made of pure pixels that never actually existed in reality. We are entering an ecosystem built entirely on mistrust, where video and photo evidence can no longer be implicitly trusted.
Section 5. Navigating the AI revolution. Which brings us to our final section. With technology moving this incredibly fast, we are in desperate need of guardrails amidst what is really a frenetic, global race. To really understand the stakes, consider the stark warning from Yoshua Bengio and other AI pioneers, issued back in 2023. They state that mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority on par with pandemics and nuclear war. The core concern here is that as these systems become stronger than humans in many areas, their sheer complexity makes them nearly impossible to audit. And the truly wild part? Even the creators themselves don't fully understand exactly how these networks reach their decisions. So, the crucial point is, if the existential risks are really so high, why not just hit the brakes? Well, the answer is simple. $13 trillion. That is the predicted economic impact of AI by 2030. There is just an overwhelming commercial and geopolitical incentive to develop this tech and win the global competition. With that kind of money on the table, governments and corporations alike are deeply, deeply hesitant to slow down the train with heavy regulations. But let's take a deep breath for a second and ground ourselves back in reality. AI at its core is a tool. It is not the Terminator. In fact, real-world deployment requires intense human collaboration. Take advanced bionics, for example. A myoelectric prosthetic arm requires heavy human training. The user has to repeatedly generate faint electrical signals in their muscles just to teach the algorithm what hand closed or hand open even means. And even then, the tech remains buggy. A user might just be trying to set up a tripod, and the AI-assisted hook continuously pops open, dropping the equipment right on the floor. It's a flawed, buggy partner that needs our patience, not some autonomous sci-fi supervillain. Which leaves us with this final thought. We have explored the true origins of AI, from Alan Turing's code-breaking mind to neural networks that learn by analyzing billions of parameters. So as we open the door to this revolution, I want you to ask yourself, are we truly ready to partner with machines that learn like us? Or are we simply building high-speed morons that we can't control? Thanks so much for tuning in to This Explainer, and keep asking questions.